there, SportsLine on your television. Steve Layman here with you. Glad you are here with us on this Tuesday night on News Channel 5+. Big show in store for you. We'll get into some more football talk coming up, both Super Bowl wrap-up on the Rams' big win over the Bengals and a little chat with Ryan Tannehill at the end of his season. A lot of people wondering where the Titans fit in this picture moving to next year and what role Ryan Tannehill will play in them either being able to get over the hump or failing once again to win in the playoffs. We'll address all that coming up. But first, we begin tonight with the excitement building over the NHL's Stadium series set for Nissan Stadium a week from Saturday between the Predators and the defending Stanley Cup champion Tampa Bay Lightning. First ever outdoor game here in the city of Nashville, inside Nissan Stadium, rain or shine, whether it's going to be warm or cold, they're going to have the ice ready, and it's going to be a great, great spectacle. Just the second time the Predators have ever been in an outdoor game. They were in the Winter Classic on January 1st of 2020. That didn't go so well. It was a great crowd, great atmosphere in Dallas, but of course a loss. Now an opportunity to show how Nashville can throw an outdoor game, and the party that will be along with it should be absolutely spectacular. Everybody looking forward to that, including two former Preds who still very, very tight ties to the franchise. Chris Mason, of course, is the color analyst on the Bally Sports South broadcast of Predators games on TV. And then Hal Gill is part of the Predators radio network. Both of those guys very involved with this team. Still, they, of course, played with the team as well. And they understand just how big this moment is for the franchise and for the city of Nashville. To have Nashville put on the map once again globally in a hockey sense, to be able to throw the party that we've seen it throw so many times, whether it be an All-Star game or the Stanley Cup final or the NFL draft. Chance to do that again on the big stage for a truly memorable outdoor event. And those two guys very excited about what we should see next weekend for the NHL Stadium series.
I played in an outdoor game in St. Louis as an alumni member, and you know, it was probably one of the coolest experiences that I've ever done. I know Hal did a real one, but I got the chance to play with Wayne Gretzky and Brett Hull, and to be around those types of players and to see how special something like this was to them made it that much more special for me. So I know Hal's done a real one.
Yeah, I did. I played in the Heritage Classic in Calgary when I was with Montreal, and it's really like I also played as an alumni in Foxborough for the Bruins. So it's like it's a very different situation, right? You're going out there, it's your job. You're looking around, you're taking it all in, but you still have to go out and do your work. As an alumni, you know, you can go out and have some fun and take it all in. But I like how you initially worded that. Pond hockey. Like, I grew up on a pond, playing on a pond. Not a lot of these guys have, you know, the new waves, they're all at the rinks, they all have structured practices, but you can't beat that feeling of being on a pond late at night by yourself. And so I think for the guys who have done that, I feel like that's when it's the most pure, you know, when you can get out and be outside and enjoy playing hockey when it's, you know, just you and the pond.
You guys have been Nashvillians for a while now, and you know, obviously know what the Preds fan base does and how they show up, but to get nearly 70,000 people in here to watch a game, I mean, how cool is that, what you see this team evolve into?
I think it's amazing. I think for this city and the relationship that the Titans and the Predators have, for the opportunity, you know, for the Preds to play here at Nissan Stadium. You know, they come to all of our playoff games and support the Preds, and all of our guys go to their games and support the Titans. So for this city, you know, there's been thousands of hockey games, thousands of football games played here, but this is one, you know, you mark on the calendar, you're going to remember forever. And I think that's really important, especially for, you know, the players, as Hal was saying, every game they got to win 2 points, you know, but they have to take an opportunity here to realize this is something special and really enjoy it, while also beating Tampa Bay, which would help. But no, it's a special day, and it's one that you don't have to wait to mark on the calendar. You know ahead of time that this game is going to be incredible.
Is there a memory or two for both of you guys in those outdoor games that comes back quickest about playing with us?
Well, for me, it was visually. You just go out there. It was at Busch Stadium in St. Louis, and just the optics of it. And like Hal said, it almost takes you back to when you were a kid, and you're outside and you can, kind of breathe the fresh air, and there's a smell that's associated with it, and it was incredible. It was really overwhelming, to be honest with you. And like he said, it was an alumni game, so we were going out there and just having fun. But it was really a good opportunity just to feel like a kid again and play the game that you grew up loved to play, and just have that feeling, because there's a lot of pressure for professional athlete on a day-to-day basis.
I think the biggest thing, the NHL is so showtime, right? It's like, but you do it 82 times a year, and it just becomes normal. And this is, like you said, 70,000 people. It's a different sound. There's not the guys banging on the glass, but there's this huge roar that's off in the distance, and so like, well, listening to that was crazy for me. And then, if it's cold, like your eyes are watering while you're trying to make a play, and well, I wasn't trying to make a play. I was just trying to get it out of my zone, but you're trying to play a game with different circumstances. If it starts to rain or there's sleet, you're trying to fight through that, and there's a lot of different things going on. But I think that's what makes it enjoyable, is that it is a completely different atmosphere. And as showtime as NHL is, NFL has one game a week where it's blown out. It's a huge production, and you're going to be a part of that, which is something that not too many people have done in their life. So it's pretty special.
How did you? Perspective, is there a challenge with not having the fans right up against the ice and having kind of that distance between?
It's just more of a dull roar. It's almost like you can feel it, and it's super loud, but it's not right on you. It's not right there, So I don't know. I found it kind of bizarre, where you're just looking off, and there might be just one guy standing on the glass on the side, and you're just like, oh, hey, bud, rather than, a whole wall of people screaming at you. And so, yeah, it's a different. The sound is really what the cool thing is, and I think people will see that when they come out to see the game. It's a different feel, different sound.
Does it mess with anything, like depth perception wise?
Yeah, a little bit. It takes a while to get used to. Cause it feels like when you're in the NHL, in an NHL building, it goes out and then it goes up, and here it goes out, and then it goes up, and so you feel like the ice is smaller right when you get on. You get used to it quick, though.
Nice to see some of the more southern cities, Nashville, Dallas, and I guess LA, in recent years getting these kinds of games too, that the southern fans can experience these games too.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you want to grow the game, you need to go to the southern markets and different markets instead of playing back to the same few teams. But the NHL's done a good job of expanding and trying to get LA to play, and as you said, move these types of games, add a few more, and I feel it's just really impactful, because fans from everywhere come to these games, and they get to experience what it's like in Nashville to go to a hockey game, or to experience the best city in the country. Right? We don't want them to move here, but they come here and visit. No, but kidding. But it's it's going to be really good, and it gives other markets like Nashville to put on a show, which we know we can do well.
The impressive part is what they've done with the ice. You heard them talking about, they're a well-oiled machine. They're figuring this out, and they can do it anywhere, which opens it up to the whole league.
It seems like a shame to put this out here and play one game. The high school season's going on. It'd be great to have a high school tournament in tandem.
Put me out there. Get me in the game.
That's why we're trying to get back in the
pickup
shape
game
in case we get an opportunity to play one more.
The ice is sacred.
How did you, going into that game in Calgary, everything else that comes with it, how did you say, all right, there's still 2 points here?
Yeah, that's the difference between an alumni game and a regular game is, you try to bring in family. You want your family to be part of it, and I know the Preds are going to have a bunch of family members here to share in this experience. And there's dinners and events, and Pekka's retirement earlier on. This is a huge week and a huge showcase for Nashville and the Predators. But you need 2 points, and it's a pretty good team in Tampa. So, I think that the focus. There's a point where morning skate. You go out there, enjoy yourself, have some fun, and then game time. Your 4 o'clock start for a 6 o'clock game, and you got to focus, right? I mean, that's. You got to go out and do your job, and and fight through the elements at times, but and it's not going to be perfect. It's just not. So you have to expect that going in, and then adapt when you can, and try to make the right decisions on the ice, knowing, you know, if the ice isn't as perfect as an NHL game, then you can't just cry about it. You have to go play and figure out a way to get it done.
I mean, you guys touched on it, but what do you think, like, when you look at this, and this is in Nashville, like, this is going to happen in Nashville, what do you think about that?
It's unreal.
Awesome.
We came out, we actually walked out the tunnel there, and it was just, you know, you try to visualize what these guys are going to go through. We did the same thing at the Cotton Bowl, and again, it's one of those things that you'll never forget. The fans will never forget, the players, everybody involved in this game. You know, we'll be talking about this for as long as till the end of time, right? This is a pretty big deal, and to be part of it and to, you know, be part of the Preds organization is special for us too. But the fans here are going to get the real show.
I've talked to some alumni guys that are coming back for this game, for Pekka, they're going to be blown away. If you haven't been in Nashville in 10 years, right, and you come back and Nashville's changed a lot. Now you have an outdoor game. I think